Okay, so what we're going to do in this short tutorial is I'm just going to explain to you how to set up the initial connection to your new microcontroller. So we have one of the LightSky modules here, which we're going to connect through standard Wi-Fi, nothing fancy in this case. And as you know, these microcontrollers run the Espressif ESP8266 microcontroller on the inside. And these modules are fully Wi-Fi capable. Now we have configured these modules to serve as an access point by default, meaning that if you power them up for the very first time, it's going to start up its access point services and is going to be available as a Wi-Fi access point to connect any Wi-Fi capable device to. So your cell phone or your laptop, or in my case even this legacy Moses edition iPad, I can then use to connect to the microcontroller, and from there I will be able to configure it to the way I like it to be. So I'm just going to open up Wi-Fi settings here. Of course, this is the iOS view of it now. The steps involved in connecting to Wi-Fi is very platform specific. So if you're going to use a laptop running Windows, for example, I mean the steps involved are going to be slightly different by going to the Wi-Fi next to the clock, etc. But connecting to Wi-Fi is simple stuff really. So we are going to power up this microcontroller now. And for some obscure reason, I always plug in USB upside down the first time. It's just my curse in life. Okay, so as you can see, the status LED went green fairly quickly. It is because the microcontroller is not searching for any external networks or anything like that. It's just starting up its own access point services, and it's ready for us to connect to it. As you can see from the list, there's a new entry in there, Quantogenics, with 4 characters afterwards. Those 4 characters are unique for every module being shipped out. And those 4 characters just gets generated from the last 4 characters that forms part of the MAC address. So it's unique. So we select this entry, and it's going to ask you for a username or password, or iOS for some reason is ingenious. It's just asking for a password. He knows the username already. By default, everything is configurable, but by default the username is admin, all lowercase, and the password is admin123 lowercase also. Since we have the luxury of only typing in the password, typing in admin123, we say join, and voila, we are connected to our wireless network. Geez, look at this one. You don't mess with a Zoa. What a laugh. But anyway, if you've connected to this microcontroller from a Windows laptop, you will find that the captive portal services running on the microcontroller will grab your instance, and it will open up your default web browser, and it will take you automatically to the login screen. If Captive Portal doesn't do that for you, you can go to the microcontroller manually by just opening up your favorite browser, let's say Safari in this case, and just typing in the following IP, 192.168.77.1. Now of course this IP once again is configurable, and just keep in mind that you do need to be connected to the microcontroller in order for this IP to work. Now I know all the network specialists out there are rolling their eyes at me now, but still it's surprising how many people forget to actually connect to the microcontroller before they attempt the IP address. So we have that IP in there, and we press enter, and once again it's asking us for a username and a password, just as with the Wi-Fi connection. Username admin, password admin123, all lowercase. Oops. So username admin, no, I want lowercase a. Let's try that one again. Sure, it's refusing to type a lowercase. It does that as a second one, so let's, yeah, I'm starting to understand why Moses was stuck for 40 years in the desert. Let's see, okay, yeah, it does that for a password at least. Admin123, and log in, and voila, you're logged into the microcontroller. So just on the landing page, you'll see there's a link to our website where you can download additional firmware for these microcontrollers, which we will cover in a separate tutorial. You're also welcome to check out what's going on Facebook and LinkedIn. I should actually add the YouTube channel on here as well. And then just briefly a list of supported sensors at the moment. Every month we're going to release new firmware for these microcontrollers, and after each upgrade there will be additional supported sensors included. So this is just for the release notes underneath, and basically these are the steps required to connect to the microcontroller. Next, I'll explain to you how we can go to the information page, just view the current settings, and also the settings page where you can physically change the IP addresses, the usernames, the passwords, and whatever other services you might be needing on the microcontroller.